Hello everybody, this is ASMR, and I'm sorry I haven't spoken to you in so long. It's been almost a month, but I've just been extremely busy. I've had two plays actually, produced in the city, and then I just got an acceptance into a big art show, so I've been making some visual pieces for that, and I'll show them all off to you when they're done. And then I've just been teaching, and I'm still working on my PhD, and I will be into 2021 at least. So things have been good, just very busy. So these are my new nails. Well, they're not new, they're about 10 days old at this stage, but they are blue and white, cream, and gold and aqua, and a little bit of silver. So anyway, today we're not doing a traditional eye test. Today we're just going to do a quick little video. But I wanted to show you this wonderful magazine cover. So this came in the mail a few weeks ago, maybe about 2 weeks ago. And it's the New York Times magazine. This was a cover on it. And I just thought it was amazing. It was so detailed and cute and zany and funny. And I knew I had to show it to you guys and make a video with it. Unfortunately, I did not put the magazine aside and it got thrown out. So what I did this evening is that I printed a copy of the cover, and using the stick, what we're going to do is I'm going to zoom in and we are going to go over it in detail. So the top of the magazine just says the New York Times Magazine, and it's called the Future of Work issue. In an economy with few protections for employees, how do you gain power on the job? And in parentheses, very carefully. Now, that was a big article in this issue, which is actually dated Sunday, February 23rd, 2020, which is how long I've been meaning to make this video for you guys. It shows you how much time has escaped me. But we're not going to focus on the heavy content of the article. What we're going to focus on is this wonderful, wonderful illustration. So, I am going to zoom in. Sorry if this is a little dizzying. And what we're going to do, let's just start from the bottom, and we're going to work our way up to the top. Now, it may look like this section gets cut off, but this is exactly how it looked like in the magazine. So let's start from down here. So firstly, you have this whole thing. Looks kind of like a pyramid of boxes. So you have like the stairwell, semi-office space type of look. And if we zoom in and focus what's going on the bottom. So here we have these two little stick figures, and we have sort of a Romeo and Juliet scene. Do you see the way that they're holding hands? He's looking out the window, and then she's standing on this little circular stool, and she's holding his hands and looking up at him. And the reason I think this one is a girl is because you see the way she has a bun in her hair. And then right next to her is a plant. And then this is another stick figure who is ringing for an elevator. And also a girl because of the ponytail. Maybe it's a rocker dude with long hair and a ponytail. And he's pushing for the elevator. He's not paying any attention to Romeo and Juliet. She is not paying any attention to Romeo and Juliet. And then if we come over here, you see a steam, or a stream of smoke rather. And this is from a guy strapped to a rocket. We're going to be coming back to him later. But look at this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 stick figures running upstairs, and they're not even paying attention to the plume of smoke. This must be a very crazy work environment. They just don't notice anything. So you have this one that looks like a lady. She has a bun on her hair. And this looks like a man. He may have a bad back. It looks like he's kind of having difficulty getting up the stairs. This one has long hair. It's probably another girl, and she's running up the stairs, and it looks like she has a backpack. And this looks like a guy, and he has a briefcase. And before we get to the top of the stairs, we can look over. Well, yeah, we can look over actually at the top. So at the top, you have this guy here, and he is holding out, it looks like a resume, perhaps. And there's a robot behind the desk that looks like it's going to process that paperwork. It says human resources, which is quite funny because it's a robot behind the desk. And then a claw arm is coming down to grab this fellow. So I don't know where it's going to take him, but that's what it looks like it's doing. But then let's come over to this side. Now on this side, you have employees that look like they are sliding down a slide. So this girl here with the long hair looks like she's really enjoying herself going down the slide. And the guy behind her has actually lost his briefcase. I don't know if he's enjoying it quite as much as she is. And then down here you have a man in a window, and he is handing a piece of paper to this young woman. And this little room is built underneath the stairs. So he's literally kept under the stairs, just like that old movie, The People Under the Stairs. And then over here, they've come down from the slide. It looks like these fellows might have gone down the slide before them and are now attempting to get back up to the higher floors. So he's got a ladder, and he's climbing the ladder, and this guy has just gotten off the ladder and is trying to push himself onto this floor here. There's a stairwell here that no one's paying any attention to. It must be difficult to get to. There's another landing here that nobody's paying any attention to. And then up here, where he's trying to get to, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 stick people. And 1, 2, it looks like sticks. And they have stacked up 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. And it looks like they're holding the boxes while these people climb up the boxes. And I assume they're going to do that next to get up to this higher floor. That's what's going on in this section. So now we've gone through the bottom section completely. So now from here, let's go through the top, the second floor. So we've already come over to the human resources guy, and perhaps the hand is going to grab him and push him down the slide. Perhaps that's what happened to these people. We will see. We're going to see where this hand goes more on the third floor later. But if you come over to this section here, you have the stairwell, and this is a woman standing in the stairwell, but she's looking out this little window, and she's speaking to these employees. So you have 1, 2, 3 employees standing around the water cooler here, and they're having a conversation, and you can see 1, 2, 3 thought bubbles, all about dollar signs, so they're discussing money. And then you have this little table here, and you have drinks being served on the table. And here comes Rocket Man flying upwards, and absolutely no one is paying attention to him. And you have more shelves here. Now, this employee, oops, sorry, there was a cat here. I have 3 cats, so hair is everywhere, unfortunately. Sorry about that. Well, this employee here, she is recoiling in horror because she has opened the fridge and looked at the mess that is spilled out. So it looks like no one has been doing a lot of cleaning of this fridge in quite a while. And it looks like the blob here may be alive, so at any moment the entire office could be overtaken. And then if you look up here, there are 2 people in this window. And I guess they're actually on the stairwell, if you look here. And this guy is severely berating this guy. You see these little lines. So they're either speaking in robotic language, because maybe these guys are all robots, although I suppose not. They look more human. But it looks like he's just cursing him out. So they're just having it out right there. No one's paying any attention. And then if you come over here, you have this skinny little guy, and he's trying to get into the stairs where this guy is screaming. And there is a big guard with a big axe, preventing him from doing so. So who knows, perhaps the guard went off duty, and that's how this guy snuck in, and that's why this guy's like freaking out right now. Although if that was the case, you'd think he'd be freaking out at the big guy, unless he's afraid of him too. So who knows what the story is there. And then right above them, you have 1, 2, 3 stairs. And there's a woman with a bun and a dress who's on the middle stair making her way up. So from here, we're going to go to the 3rd floor and examine what's going on over here. So she's making her way up here. You have this boxy machine that's plugged in here. Don't really know what it does. And on this floor, you have a little up arrow. And you have 1, 2, 3 employees running up a conveyor belt. The one in the front looks like a man. This is a woman with a bun, and she's holding a piece of paper. And then there's another woman running after them. And then over here, you have this guy's holding up, it looks like a trap door or cat door, and he's sneaking in. Meanwhile, this guy is on, not really a ladder, but more of like a stool, I suppose, and it looks like he's hanging a photo of a woman. And then over here you have a seesaw, or a teeter-totter as some people call them. And you have this girl standing on the teeter-totter. And perhaps he's not hanging the picture. Perhaps he's planning to jump onto the teeter-totter and propel her to the higher level. Perhaps that's their plan. So that's what's going on here. This is probably one of the most confusing rooms or floors we've seen. And if we come over here, this is a very busy room indeed. Very, very busy. So here you have 1, 2, 3, 4 people. 2 women and 2 men, and it looks like they are trying to knock down this door here. You see, they are trying to just break through this door with this big, huge log. And then there's another little stairwell here that's unoccupied. Can peek into it. Now, I don't really understand. Maybe there's glass in the window, because why are they going through all the trouble to break down the door? You'd think they would just try to crawl in the window here. But anyway, over here, these people are not paying any attention to them at all. They're not hearing the banging. They're not seeing it. They are, these two, this girl on her cell phone and this guy with the briefcase, are totally captivated by whatever this person here is saying on the chart. See? So there's one chart here, 2, 3, 4, 5 little drawings of arrows and charts and graphs. And obviously whatever is being discussed has them completely, totally captivated, because they are just not paying any attention to anything else but this. And then if we come over here, now we're on the floor with the claw. So this is where the machine that operates this claw is coming from. And as you might remember, the claw comes down to pick these guys up and either carries them upward or puts them down the slide. So this is where the claw is operating out of. And this is also the floor that these people with the boxes are trying to get up to. And on this floor we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. And actually 7 is coming down now. They are holding up signs saying fair now. So it looks like they're just having an absolute protest about something. And this woman here is holding a camera, so she might be a member of the media reporting on this. And I work as a journalist, so I understand that. And then over here, this guy is working a machine, and it looks like they're just springing on this machine in a platform. And look, he has sprung a woman holding a briefcase. With this machine, she has been sprung forward, and she's going up to the top floor here. And we're going to visit that in a minute. But look at the ladder here. It looks like somebody else is trying to creep their way into the building. So, let's explore this level. So on this level, we have some, move my camera so we can explore this level a little better. So on this level, where she is being springboarded up to, we have a couple of strange things going on. So firstly, even though these walls look very thin, there is somebody peeking in the window, and there is a woman up here, or a guy with long hair, walking almost like a balance beam. And then we have one woman standing here on a trapdoor, and she is being interviewed by 1, 2, 3, 4 figures, and they all have buttons before them, and it looks like there's a light here on her, and there's a plant, and then there's a big camera, and it's pointing right at her, so I'm assuming she's going for the interview. And if she does poorly in the interview, it looks like the trapdoor will open, and she will fall down, just like this guy is falling down to the protesters. So perhaps they're protesting unfair treatment by the bosses, and feel that they're not getting promotions, and it's very unfair, and that's why they're down there. So that's what's going on here. And then over here, we have another machine that's plugged in, and it looks like this one is lifting a man in a briefcase up to the top floor here, almost like a little elevator. And we're going to visit the top floor in a moment. But firstly, let's just look over here. So in the room where the woman is being interviewed, there's a man walking on a makeshift level, and he's holding a piece of paper, and it looks like he's about to walk into the interview as well. So another way to look at this is that perhaps these people here are studying the plans because they're planning to somehow get up either these stairs or somehow manage going to climb up the wall to get onto the stairwell by this door, or not the stairwell, this platform, I suppose you would say. And they're going up to visit with the bosses and hoping to get the job up here rather than sent down here. So perhaps that's what's happening there. The more we look, the more sense it starts to make. Now, let's focus on this room here. So in this room, this is the room that the people on this floor, on the conveyor belt, and perhaps he's trying to sneak in the door. Maybe here leads up to this door. Maybe that's where he's trying to sneak in. And the girl on the contraption. Perhaps they're all trying to get into this room right here. Now, this here is a very, very busy room. So as you can see, there is a guy, and he is trying to do the whole Mission Impossible thing. He's got a rope, and he's hooked it onto the wall, and he's trying to climb up that way. Then there's this guy here, and he's got this flying contraption on his back, almost like a helicopter, and he's trying to either get into this floor, perhaps probably get up to the very top floor here. You have this individual here. Oh no, look. This guy's holding open the door for this one, right? To sneak in, and we thought it was for this door maybe, but no. Look, if you look up here, there's a trap door here that's very similar to this one. So maybe if he's letting them in, they're sneaking their way up to this room. So in this room, what's primarily going on, you have two people. You have a man and a woman. You have a briefcase in between them. They're both sitting down near a big desk. They're both working on computers. The computers look like they are plugged in to this big screen, and it has an arrow pointing upwards, as if it's something to do with the stock market, perhaps. And as they're working, they're paying no attention to this guy who is sneaking in. They're also paying no attention to this young woman who is running up the ladder to the next floor. But perhaps the most interesting thing that is going on in this portion of the picture is this fellow right here. So the machine is plugged in. It's a very interesting looking contraption. He's working the levers, and the machine is out. The arm of the machine is out the window, and on top of the platform here is a man, and he's holding a little tray with a teacup. Do you see that? So I'm assuming that he is trying to serve some tea to the boss. So now we're going to move up and look at the very top floor. So this is the top floor that everybody's trying to get to. You have the man with the tea, the woman on the ladder, the man with the briefcase on the makeshift elevator, and the tight walker, I guess you would say tight rope walker, even though it's not really a rope, trying to sneak in here. And they're all trying to get to this big room at the top. And the only thing in this room at the top is a desk and a little cup of coffee and a chair. And there's the boss. And the boss looks like it's a woman with the bun. And she's got, I suppose it could be a man bun too. It could be a hipster. Who knows? And her arms are behind her head. And she just looks so satisfied up here. And as you can see, it's calm and serene up here. There's a window. And there's the sun or the moon, depending on whether this is the night shift or the day shift. And 2 clouds. And then just the date. Sunday, 23rd of February, 2020. And that was when this issue was. And she's just waiting for her coffee. And it's very calm and peaceful up there. And nothing at all like the chaos that is going on beneath her. So, that is the entire illustration from start to finish. We went from the bottom all the way around until we got to the very, very top. So I just thought that this was really cool and interesting. I've not seen any illustrations as detailed in quite a while. I have done some videos with detailed illustrations before, and they were received very well by you guys, so I wanted to do this for you. Again, I'm sorry that I've been absent for a while. I hope to make another video again soon. But yeah, I will keep making videos. I'll definitely do another eye exam color test soon. But just bear with me, because I've just had like a pretty crazy couple of weeks. Everything's good, just busy. So I hope you enjoyed this, even though it's not my traditional type of video. And I hope to see you again soon. I hope you sleep well. And I hope that you have a very relaxing and a very relaxing and a very, very good night. Sleep well.